YouTube, welcome back. This is episode 6 of Deeply Creepy TikToks. I see some familiar faces out there. Thank you for coming back and watching. Thank you for subscribing. See some new faces too, man. Subscribing is not that hard. Just click on the notifications, hit the bell. Make sure that you are notified every time a new episode comes out because we are moving, man. Every day we're moving, making progress. Trying to keep up at the edge, at the frontier of all these conspiracy theories and all these creepy and scary TikTok videos. If you have one you want to send in, please look in the description. I have a Gmail down there. It's DeeplyCreepy.StoryTime@gmail.com. Hit me up, let me know. I would love to debut your film. And otherwise, without further ado, let's get it started.
Unknown creature washed ashore and it terrified residents. The incident happened in 2008 when several friends were walking on the beach in Montauk, New York. Here's the crazy part. This creature was located a few miles from a mysterious place called Plum Island, which is known for a laboratory that tests diseases on animals. But get this, this location is so dangerous that staff have orders to destroy all animals that come near the facility. The Montauk monster looks like it was a genetically altered animal, because the skeletal structure didn't match anything known, and that's why it's believed to escape from Plum Island. And guess what? When looking at the photos, it shows a bracelet around the creature's arm, indicating that it was being tracked by an organization. It should be noted that some experts think this could have been a raccoon, and that would make sense considering they're native to that area of New York. But here's the thing, the creature looks too large to be a raccoon. Not to mention, it looks like it has a bird's beak. I need to let you know this isn't the first time an unidentified creature washed ashore near Plum Island, which leads me to believe there's something going on.
So those viewing from Plum Island, please don't get caught slipping.
In the moonlight, my honey, I know with the dawn that you will be gone.
Well, I guess that's why they get paid the big bucks.
It's in the rearview mirror. People don't care about the Dobbs decision. And I said to them, thanks a lot. Do you know, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're sitting someplace and we're in the districts. And we know the power of that issue. It's a democracy issue. It's not just a choice issue. It's a freedom issue. It's a democracy issue. And it was a winning issue.
In fact, I remember interviewing you just before the vote, the election, and you were saying to me, I'm talking to people out there, I think it's going to be much better. Yeah. And I can't tell you how many people afterwards said to me, like, of course she's going to say that. But
poor baby.
Yeah, she's really, really committed to that. It's really sad.
No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian, cold-blooded, and go in to win the election.
We're going to take a short break. I want to talk to you more about President Biden and some other things.
Thank you.
Are any of us really that surprised that she's a reptilian? I mean, she's a creepy chick.
What would you do if you seen a spider behind the light switch?
The Simpsons' predictions for 2024 are truly chilling. In an episode dating back to 1998, the show hinted at an economic crisis, a nuclear war, and the death of the leader of the United States, all happening in the same year. The episode in question, titled Bart to the Future, provides a glimpse into the future where Lisa Simpson has become the President of the United States. In a conversation with her team, Lisa mentions that the previous administration led by President Biden left behind budget problems and quite a mess. Later in the episode, a news bulletin reports a nuclear clash with an unspecified country, resulting in massive destruction and chaos. While the idea of a nuclear war and an economic crisis is quite frightening, we can certainly hope that these Simpsons predictions do not come true. However, it's hard to ignore the show's track record in predicting major events, which leads us to wonder what else they might have predicted for the future. And precisely, one of the latest episodes of The Simpsons contains an even more terrifying prediction than anything they have predicted before. Do you want a part 2 to find out about it?
Yeah, so anybody who's at The Simpsons who wants to be my whistleblower and tell us who exactly it is that is time traveling, In the description, you'll see my Gmail.
Las Vegas is still under a cyber attack. This is day 3. Here is everything that's not being reported by the media. This is the wildest update yet, so listen to the end. Thanks to the power of social media, with both employees and guests sharing information, the word is spreading. All MGM resort properties are being held ransom by a group of cyber attackers. Pause to read some of the shared information, but the most important leaks to come out have been from Caesars Entertainment employees who said they were hacked in the last couple of weeks, and that Caesars paid the hackers off. And just hours after being posted, it was confirmed that Caesars did pay off hackers. Currently, at all MGM properties, systems are still down. Guests are reporting odd charges on their credit cards, some elevators are down, all the phones are down, and in technology-based rooms, guests can't turn off lights or close the drapes. MGM has confirmed that they will pay their employees on time, but otherwise very little is being said. I'll share the information that's being given to me in the comments, and make sure to follow me for all the Vegas.
So being raised up in metropolitan Detroit, Metro Flint, and Metro Pontiac, Michigan, I would naturally say that this is kind of like a Robin Hood story where they're robbing the rich and giving to the poor, but that's not the case. They're actually robbing the poor and the rich at the same time. They're taking advantage of all of the employees, and they're taking advantage of all the hardworking Americans who visit that hotel chain. So, yeah, they're dirtbags.
The Paranormal Chick here. Take a look at this new UFO footage. This was captured and recorded on September 14th, 2023 in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. The witness records what seems to be a massive UFO over a neighborhood. The question to ask is, what is it doing and why is it there? Take a look at this video and tell me what you think.
Venga, córrele.
¿Qué?
Mire.
¿Es un nuevo?
¿Eh?
¿Qué? ¿Pero quién es?
Venga, córrele.
¿Qué?
Mire.
¿Es un nuevo?
¿Eh?
¿Qué?
Here we go. This is exactly my point about Mexico being a hotspot for UFOs. Culiacan, or is it Culiacan, Mexico? But the weird part about this video isn't that they see in a saucer, it's the things that are trickling down from the saucer. If you zoom in, you'll see beams of light where it looks like things are coming down from the UFO. That's deeply creepy. Yeah, I'm not going to take it from the dude. I mean, it's probably cloning. It could be. I mean, I just have had this theory that people in Hollywood, they have their makeup artists give them fake tattoos, even in the same place day after day. And maybe he just got tired of wearing it. I mean, people get tired of wearing their face tattoos, but unfortunately, that stuff's forever. So maybe they just had stencils all this time, but it could be cloning too. Please, anybody out there who knows why this guy is doing this, let us know in the comment section. Because I've seen a lot of clips now where this guy is either shattered or there's weird like either rectangles or triangles. this is really creepy, man. And I have no idea what this is about. I've been scratching my head on it for a while.
Wake up! They are shipping out hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of body bags all over the country. This is proof that something big is about to happen. Why else would they be preparing millions of body bags, sending them out all over the country in unmarked vehicles, in FedEx vehicles? Why would they be doing this?
Behind all conspiracy theories is a good theorist, and I have been following theories for a long time, and this is not new. The body bags may be new. Prior to that, they had the train yard filled with these big plastic, like, mass burial bins that they were owned by FEMA. So yeah, not really too sure if this is like a sign of an immediate thing. Yeah.
We had an FBI consultant on the picture. He told me that 1 in 5 phone calls that you make are recorded and logged. And I laughed at him, and then he played back a phone conversation I'd had 2 years prior to joining the picture. The FBI consultant. And it was like one of those phone calls that was like, you know, what are you wearing type of things.
Look, shout out to Shia LaBeouf. During the middle of his, in the middle of his prime, he started to speak out on these things. People started to give him a lot of pressure, and they started pushing back. And I think maybe that might have led in, to his drug addiction and whatnot. But it seems to be something that happens a lot in our community, where you start speaking on things, or you start finding truths and talking about them. You get a lot of social pressure, and sometimes it leads to destructive behaviors. But shout out to Shia LaBeouf, man. He's a courageous dude for doing that, man.
So in China, for example, God, this is going to happen here, I think, too. Although maybe people will fight it. If a traffic camera catches you jaywalking in China, the digital ID system has you. It has your blood now. It has your genetic code. It has your photograph. It can identify how you walk. So even if you can't see a face, you can be picked up by gait. It will convict you of jaywalking and take money out of your bank account with no intermediating judiciary at all, and show a picture of you to the people in the neighborhood so they know that you have jaywalked, and reduce your social credit score. And if your social credit score falls below a certain level, then you can't buy drinks from a vending machine. You can't play video games. You can't go on a train. You can't get out of your 15-minute city. All that's already in place in China.
So during a work trip, one of my coworkers asked me, he says, if I like this guy or not. And the thing is that I'll tell you what, I thought he was a real boastful type, egotistical guy. But that was before I started watching him. If you guys haven't checked him out yet, do that, because he's got a lot of really good insight, and he has a knack for seeing things, for telling what's to come.
Scary facts you wish you never knew. On September 26th of 2021, a huge asteroid actually almost hit Earth, and NASA didn't detect it until a day later. So yeah, we were almost done for. Believe it or not, but humans do have a natural predator, and it kills around 2 to 3 million people a year. And we still have no clue how to stop it yet. This creature is the mosquito. Did you know TikTok has a secret emoji? Type shout with the bars around it on your keyboard and see what you unlock. Dr. Carl Tanzler was in love with one of his patients. Her name was Elena, but sadly she passed away. Carl then snuck into her tomb, stole her body, brought her back to his house, and kept her in there for 7 years. For that whole time, her body was slowly rotting away. He would prop her up on the bed like a mannequin. And the only reason he was caught was because somebody saw him dancing with her in front of his open window. You can check if your phone is being monitored right now. Just click on share, slide to the very end, click more, and if any unknown apps appear before your contacts, you should delete them immediately. 3 a.m. is known as the devil's hour. It is said that during that hour, the veil between our world and the paranormal world is thin. No wonder you always wake up at 3 a.m. Studies show that people who like and follow me get smarter every day, so you know what to do.
This dude's always got some good stuff. 3 a.m. though, if you watch the Paranormal Investigators, man, they get the best footage at 3 a.m. That's the devil's hour.
There's damn near 1,000 people at a time. Every time I go live, it's almost 1,000 people watching this and they want to know what's going on. I'm telling y'all, bro, I don't care if I got to go live every day to expose these folk. They done got caught. Fuck, I give a fuck, man. I'ma die anyway. I don't care about them folks catching me slipping, lacking. I'm up out of here. Get what? 1,000 people. I did it for y'all. If I'ma sacrifice anything, bro, I'm sacrificing it right now. Letting you know right now. Hey, bro, on your way up out of here, just remember this is what they doing, bro. This is what's going on. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to die. Once you get a really understanding of what life is.
That's right, dog. Hey, they say all the good ones are either locked up or dead.
A Texas woman found a strange animal in her backyard and is asking her neighbors for help to identify it. The animal was eating cherries in Tina Kalig's yard when she spotted it. She'd seen plenty of animals in her yard before, but this was the first time where she couldn't identify what it was. Looking kind of like a hyena, kind of like a mountain lion, kind of like a blonde chupacabra, no one's really sure what this creature is. One zoologist even speculated that it could even be a New Guinea singing dog, which is an ancient lineage of dog that's found on the island of New Guinea in the Southwest Pacific Ocean, according to San Antonio Express News. Though how a dog like this might have ended up in Texas is anyone's guess. What do you think it is?
That was a real fucking thing that happened.
Somebody unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile and hit the UFO. It fell to Earth not far away and exploded by flaring up with an extremely bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had watched the phenomenon turned into stone poles. Only 2 soldiers who stood in the shade and were less exposed to the luminous explosion survived. Remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institution near Moscow. Specialists assume that a source of energy that is still unknown to Earthlings instantly changed the structure of the soldiers' living organisms, having transformed it into a substance whose molecular composition is no different from that of limestone. This is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that go beyond all our assumptions. They can stand up for themselves if attacked.
For whatever reason, Speed is special. Not only did he grow his audience overnight, literally gaining 1 million subs in 1 week, which is rather suspicious, but he also managed to sign a record deal with Warner Music and another deal with the streaming site Rumble, all while avoiding being cancelled for his antics. Recently, Speed was in the headlines trending all over social media for controversial reasons that left people thinking this time he would be cancelled for sure. While Speed was streaming live to over 25,000 people, he ended up flashing his man junk to the camera. He was on stream playing a horror game when a jump scare made him jump out of his seat and begin to thrust the air as his junk was revealed. Speed quickly ended the stream and told his audience it was all an accident, but the damage was already done as his fans had screen recorded it and spread it all over the internet. After this happened, people were wondering if Speed would finally get cancelled. He streamed his junk to thousands of viewers, some of them who possibly could have been kids. On top of this was done on YouTube, a platform that is known for their censorship. According to what's being reported, Speed's channel wasn't banned because they deemed it an accident. But if you were to ask me, I'm not so sure it was an accident at all.
Yeah, so out here in San Diego, there's a name for them. We call them the 290s.
It's fucking chicken.
That a sound mind lives in a sound body. You will not have a sound body eating the Popeye's chicken sandwich, nor the one from Chick-fil-A. Go look on the website. On the Popeye's chicken website, there are 40 ingredients in that chicken sandwich. And out of the 40 ingredients in the Popeye's chicken sandwich, 33 of them are man-made chemicals. Go and look on the Chick-fil-A website. There's 55 ingredients in their chicken sandwich. And 35 of them are man-made chemicals. You not eating no chicken sandwich. You eating a chemical sandwich with a little bit of chicken inside of it.
I cannot make this up. I went to get my chicken. It's paper. They literally fried fucking paper. They're not about to like me.
So they spotted a zombie controlled truck. And by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything that you about to see is fake. So let's look at this truck right here. Read the back. Zombie Outbreak Response Team. Y'all remember this video right here? Yeah, I think that y'all should go and watch this video. Yeah, that zombie preparedness pandemic, yeah, that the CDC they came out with, and how they was telling you how to get prepared for this zombie apocalypse that's about to happen. I think that we all are very entertained with this one. Aren't we all just entertained how they have zombie outbreak trucks already? That shit clean. Once again, everything that y'all just seen was for entertainment. It's all fake.
Shout out to Wizdola, because I mean I watch a lot of his content, but I think this one is entertainment, man. This might just be one of them zombie apocalypse nerds who maybe came up on a windfall of some money, got himself a semi truck. Hey, just in case, you never know.
Timken Village. You see how this is just being held up by beams? It's basically just a fake town in a city that is designed to deceive people into believing that the city is doing better than it really is. Like, this is in Russia, and abandoned buildings just get a slab of new paint, so that way if you're just crossing by on a train, you think that the town is doing better than it really is. But sometimes they're built to serve a completely different purpose. Like, there's a Potemkin village in North Korea that directly faces South Korea. It's an entirely fake town with clean streets, apartment complexes, and even working electricity. But the entire town is completely fake. This entire neighborhood exists literally just to lure people in from South Korea into the North Korean dictatorship. And then I learned about this fake town called Doomtown that existed in the 50s in Nevada. Scientists wanted to see what would happen to a real town if an atomic bomb were to be dropped in it. And so they created the fake town of Doomtown to find out. They built real houses, placed real furniture, and staged mannequins, and then tested out multiple atomic bombs to see what would happen to these mannequins. Spoiler alert, none of the mannequins survived. But isn't this insane?
Man, I love being an American. I love the fact that we don't have to paint our cities a special paint to make people think that we're not ghetto. We just let all of our ghetto hang out. We let all of our ghetto cities just hang out. Hey, that he kept he kept all the Mandelas in one place. How nice.
Scary facts you never knew. You should get drinks with no ice in restaurants. Because according to most studies, most restaurants do not clean their ice machines. And most of their ice is contaminated with mold, poop particles, and other bacteria. Selfies are responsible for more deaths each year than sharks. In 1518, there was a medical crisis. It was called the Dancing Plague, which saw hundreds of people dancing in the streets uncontrollably in a trance-like state for 2 months. They didn't eat, didn't drink, and most died from exhaustion or heart failure. There was no cure. Scientists believe it was either caused by mass hysteria or by a fungus called ergo that was in the bread. Hopefully no fungus has ever turned us into dancing zombies. Comment the word I love too and let your keyboard finish the sentence. Psychologists believe that people who watch scary movies for fun and to fall asleep to are potential psychopaths. If your toothbrush is kept in the bathroom, there's a high chance it has a lot of poop particles on it. You can see who blocked you on TikTok by clicking share, sliding all the way to the very end, click more, and click block. If nothing pops up, that means no one has blocked you yet. There's a species of jellyfish that is immortal. This means it could theoretically live forever. I mean, as long as it's not eaten or injured. If you like and follow me, you'll get smarter each day.
I was in refrigeration school and learned how to clean the ice machines. Guys, if you go to any restaurant or even a 7-Eleven, ask them how often they clean their ice machines, because the gunk that builds up inside of those things from the tap water that comes in to make your ice is a cesspool. It is so nasty. Rewind the video and pause it on the ice machine and take a look at that scum. It is gross. All the water that becomes ice cubes has to filter through that pan that holds that goo. It is so gross.
Run.